Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful 4th of July. This is Coffee and Darts, and I'm your host, Matthew. Sorry, got to get a sip in. Yeah, got to enjoy that coffee. Early morning. Technically, yesterday was kind of the holiday here in America, kind of, sort of. I worked, I don't know. Sunday was really the holiday, but it was great. It was fun. All right, we've got an exciting show today. But before we get into that, let me know that you guys are ready. You guys ready for this show? Give me a ton 80 in the comments. Good morning, Mark. Just let me know you guys are ready for this show. We've got the man, the myth, the legend coming out of hiding. This particular gentleman has been in hiding longer than anybody else. He has won hide and seek. He's come out. He's figured it's been long enough, and it's time to have a conversation. And, of course, that is BiggFoot himself. But before we get into that, I really want to thank my sponsors, Shot Darts. Of course, Shot makes artwork that we get to throw. Love their barrels. They've got a ton of new stuff coming out with all their player barrels, some really nice, intricate barrels and pieces with just some fine cuts, but very, very playable barrels at the right. They also make the B52, which is a barrel I designed. You can find that at atomicdarts.com and steel tip and soft tip. Also want to thank Magicwear. Incredible jerseys that you get to hang out in. I wear mine all the time. I find myself in my jersey a lot because they're so comfortable. And as it gets hot in my little garage studio office, it's nice to have a very nice breathable shirt on. So I just wear the jersey because it does that. It breathes really well. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for some shirts as you get back to darts in public, check out Magicwear, where you can get off the shelf, semi-custom and full custom, and Gen Mounts will be happy to help you out there. Hey guys, everybody looking good this morning. We got getting a full house here. Love it. And I don't have a third sponsor these days. Unfortunately, we kind of had to part ways with our flight sponsor, even though I still use their product because it is a great product, but that's where that is. So let's get into today's show. Excited that everybody's here. BiggFoot and I sat down yesterday and had a chat, and so we're going to go and play that. I'll be in the comments, and let's hear what BiggFoot, as he comes out of hiding, what he has to say. Let me set that up here real quick. Everybody have a good 4th of July. You guys have a good weekend. There's darts on, PDC darts. Stephen Bunting winning yesterday. It was like a 6-year drought that he finally got a drink of water with a win yesterday. We have Champ Darts coming up this weekend, which is going to be seen on PDC.tv. And, of course, there'll be other ways to watch it, but it will be available on PDC.tv. And we've got a slew of great players. Darren Young will be back playing in this particular tournament. I believe the Soldier's playing in it. There's just a slew of great talent that will be playing. Danny Lauby, and some young talent as well. So look for that this weekend at Champ Darts. There's going to be some really good stuff going on there. All right, let me do this right here. Hey, look, it's us and me. But I'm going to take me off. No sound. What? All right. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. No sound. How did I do this last time where I had sound? That's weird. All right. Let me figure this out again real quick because it's been a little while since I've done one of these. So let's just talk darts. Hey, some cool PDC. There's some PDC, I think, going on right now. Have they started yet? I don't even know. What's going on, everybody? Let me get BiggFoot on here. No sound. How did I do this last time? I'm trying to remember. That's not good, huh? It's not a good thing at all. Let me figure this out. Let's talk amongst ourselves why the idiot that runs the show figures out how to do the show. It's probably a good thing, huh? I don't think I can download this into here. That's the thing. It's too big a file. I'm going to try uploading it real quick into the thing, and we'll see if that works. So, but again, let's see, Bunting won yesterday against Dancing Dimitri. So some good darts there. What'd you all do for your fourth? Anybody watching any good sports this past weekend? I've gotten into F1, so I've been doing that. I don't know if this is uploading. All right. Let's try this. Yes, I'm having issues. That didn't work. How did I do this last time? More coffee. Yes, I need more coffee. Yes, hopefully I'll figure it out. I am having some more coffee. I'm figuring this out, guys. I'm doing it. I'm clicking on the have issues button and trying to figure this out. I apologize. I thought last time that's all I did was I just shared it, but there's no sound when I do that. It's not good. Okay, let's try this real quick. How do I do this? Let's see if he'll let me do this here real quick. Oh, I got it. I figured it out. All right, are you guys ready? We got BiggFoot on here in just a second. Figured it out. Just took me a second. I apologize for that, guys. And here we go. My interview with the man, the myth, the legend, BiggFoot. I like to say that, huh? Man, myth, legend. That's kind of like my thing. Okay, let's just come up with the best hide and seek player ever, BiggFoot. With me today is BiggFoot Shaber you're from New York, is that correct?
Rick, Strong Island.
Strong Island versus Long Island?
Right.
Is there really a difference? So I know that you've been a fan of the show for a while, and I know that Roy and the guys from Bullseyes and Brewskis know who you are, and they've told me, hey, I've got to interview you. I love interviewing different people in the darts community, so I'm excited to have you here. But why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey into darts and how you got to know Roy and the guys over at Bullseyes and Brewskis?
Sure. Well, first time I ever played darts, I was 13 years old, and my brother used to be a bartender, but we used to go play football Sunday mornings. He had me on the front line because I was the same size almost as I am now.
I hate to interrupt you, but when you say football, do you mean like American football or do you mean like that soccer stuff?
No, real football.
Real football. Okay, just checking.
Okay, at 13, I was 6'3". And 200 pounds. So my brother we played real tackle football with no gear.
Nice.
And I was playing against 25, 30-year-olds. My brother was 10 years older than me. But anyway, to make a long story short with that, he would bartend in the afternoon. So he'd go to the bar, bring me with him, just keep, giving me Cokes and everything else. And he says, there's a dartboard in the back here. Take these darts and just, throw them. So this went on for like weeks, months. I'm just throwing darts like darts. And didn't know what I was doing. I knew how to play 01. I knew how to play cricket and all that stuff. And then, all of a sudden, like guys come back and they're like starting to watch. I'm like, what the hell's going on? My brother told this guy, go back and play my little brother. I bet you $50 he beats you. I knew nothing about it, so I'm playing them. I'm playing. Sure enough, everybody's like laughing and clapping, My brother's cracking up behind the board. behind the bar. I'm like, well, what are you laughing at? He says, you just beat one of the top guys in the league in darts, and this is back in 1973. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. And then after he told me that, he ended up buying me a set of darts, a good set of darts, and a dartboard, and I hung it up at home, and I drove my mother nuts for hours and hours a day, because all I did was just come home from school and foomp, foomp, foomp. Daryl, will you cut that out? I just kept throwing darts. And then as time went on and stuff, we moved around and all that. And I was 16 years old, and my mother brought me to a bar. She liked to have fun, and it was a place in Rocky Point called Jerry's Place. And they were having darts that night. He says, we're short one man. Does anybody want to play? Well, like, my mother goes, yeah, my son will play. He says he's not old enough. He says he's not drinking. He's 16. And sure enough, I got on the dart league at 16 years old. I used to have one of the guys come pick me up and go out playing darts, in a league match.
Did you ever drink?
No.
No, not at all.
No,
okay, just checking.
What happened is the person I was on darts with, his name is Robert Amendola, okay? And he stole my best friend to today for 45 years. He's my best friend. I still see him. And he promised my mother that to make sure I would never drink until I was of age. And sure enough, he did.
Oh, nice. Nice. All my friends would have been handing me drinks. So
No.
So you're 16, you're playing in a league, you're playing steel tip,
Mm-hmm.
and you're playing darts. So you've got some history, I'm assuming, playing some steel tip darts. You probably got some stories that you can share with us. But I'm curious about how you got into maybe soft tip and connected with Roy and the guys over at Bullseyes and Brewskis.
Well, the first time I ever played soft tip was at a Connecticut tournament. I don't remember the year, and I don't remember where in Connecticut. It was probably Groton. They used to have a lot of dart tournaments there. And I was with the bar league, and we all went there to play darts and doubles teams and singles and all that. And I hear this noise while I'm playing darts. I'm like, I walk in the back, and I look to the side, and there's just all these people in the one room throwing like at 4 board darts. I go, what is this? They go, it's electronic darts. So I never heard of it. I'm like, okay, plastic darts thrown at an electric board. I said, whoopee, So I says, all right, let me get this. I got time. I can enter the tournament and stuff and play in between. So I bought these $15 darts, which I happen to have. I think, yes, here they are, right here.
Hanging around still.
Yeah, still. I don't know if it'll focus.
Yeah.
I have autofocus off. So anyway.
Yeah.
So I still got them. I throw them. And I'm like throwing at the triple 20s. I'm hitting like 180s and stuff, 140s and all that. And the guys are throwing at the bull. I'm like, what are you throwing at the bull for? It says, oh, that's the way we do it. They're not telling me that it costs 50 points each. I'm not even paying attention, So I ended up coming in second. They got like really mad that I did that. But that's the first time I ever played soft tip darts, and that was it.
Yeah.
No more. Just back to steel tip.
Yeah.
So then,
time goes by. Yeah.
Time goes by, and you want to know about the steel tip or the sort when I got into?
I'm curious how you got hooked with Bullseye and Brewskis, because I'm assuming that soft tip event in Connecticut was a little while ago. It wasn't this past year.
It was
I think a couple years ago,
1983.
Okay, so this is a while ago.
Yeah, quite some time.
And so, like, did you you played steel tip up until some point where maybe you picked up a grand board, or
No, I got dartitis playing steel tip.
Okay.
Back in like 94, and I just totally gave up darts until almost like 2 years ago. Actually, I just stopped playing, and I put my old dartboard back up, steel tip, and I was throwing. I'm like, I said, all right, I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
I could still throw it. Unfortunately, I couldn't throw the way I used to. And I got the mindset that what, you're not. You just start over. So I just started throwing, and I was doing good, not bad, not like I used to. So to get back to the soft tip with Bullseyes and Brewskis here, I put the tag on here.
Nah.
I was just watching YouTube channels and stuff and seeing these guys, and I came across them, and I've probably someone else I was watching, recommended. I'm looking, I'm like, man, that looks like a lot of fun, and they're hooting and hollering and they're having loads of fun and just don't care. They're just throwing the darts, this is all for fun. And I think at the time they only had maybe 60 viewers.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to go out and get one of these boards and try it, and have fun. And sure enough, that's it. I joined them. I played against them, and I asked if I can join, you know, B&B, and they made me an ambassador, I guess, because I'm 61, but an old guy.
Yeah,
And
they're growing that
yeah.
thing. Yes.
But they're a great bunch of guys. Holy cow, a lot of fun. And every person you meet on there is nice. I never came across anyone that I played against logged in there bad at all. And I met a lot of friends and a lot of really good people. You got Angela, she's a lot of fun, Angela Mills, and you got all the B&B people, and that's it.
Yeah. They're good people. They definitely are. They're having some fun. And so you get to be an ambassador and kind of get the word out about good old bullseyes and brewskis.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. They always play with me, Oh, here comes the elusive Bigfoot. Can we catch him this time? Like, oh, he got away again.
Yeah, they're funny. And Roy looks pretty good in a dress. So
yeah, I was still new. I wasn't part of them. I didn't even have my grandboy when that happened, but I was watching them. It was funny.
That was good. So I'm curious about steel tip, and I'm curious about dartitis, like when that kicked in. But so you've been playing darts since the 70s, essentially.
Yeah.
What? And you're playing New York, that era, right?
Yeah, I traveled to tournaments also.
Okay.
Just local, not too far away.
So staying up in the that area. So have you played any particular maybe bigger name people can you name drop some people you've played
Sure. Well, I played against John Part when he first started.
Who's that guy? I'm like John Part. What who's he?
I was upstate in I think it was Albany. They had the big Albany tournament, which is right below Canada. So I'm playing. I'm like, I don't know this guy, and it just like when I started out, and like we get up and like people like, oh, look around, like what the hell are these, what are all these people doing watching, So we get up and play, and I beat him the first game. I had like a 12-dart game, and then he kind of looked at me, and then all of a sudden he just like got very stoic and and like that, like he just like 2 games, that was that, because it was best out of 3,
Yeah.
It was 2 out of 3. So like then I lost the next 2 games, I guess he was just trying to take it easy. Yeah, these guys are easy, So it was the first time I met him, and of course he had his red shirt on. It didn't say Darth Maple back then because he didn't have a persona, It just said John Part on the back with a red shirt.
The good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Another one is Larry Butler. I met him twice. Once I didn't play against him. He was selling a program for the Atari computer to play darts against. And I still have it. It's still over my best friend's house because I used to go over there with my Atari computer, hook it up to an old tube TV, plug it in, and play darts against it, And he co-wrote it with somebody else. I don't remember who.
Well, so we'll have to find out. I'm going to ask Sharon or someone. Find out about that.
And then there was another time he was doing an exhibition, and it was for charity. And he was playing cricket. Put $5 in, play me in cricket for charity, and you could win this. Like I think at the times it was the metal dart aiming rinks,
Yep.
So I go up there. I win cork. I go up. I hit triple 20, triple 20, triple 20. He goes down and hits triple 19, triple 19, 19. I go up. I hit triple 19, triple 18, triple 17. He goes over and hits 5 16s. I go triple 16, triple 15, triple 20. I get up next round. I hit cork, double cork, game over. He was like, as a joke, he had like a jar of money. You know, I took the whole jar. He says, no, you can't take that. But that's the only time I played him. I didn't play him in a tournament or anything like that. But it was a lot of fun. He goes, really good darts, kid. You know.
Yeah. No, Larry's a good guy. He's
he
a lot
is.
of fun.
I don't know if he'll remember that, but it was, I don't remember what charity it was for at all. I was with another bar league called, in fact, I have it right here, Our Place. It was called Our Place One.
Nice. Yeah, no, I bet Larry does remember that. I had an opportunity to interview him a few months back, and he remembers a lot about the darts.
Does he?
Because he
I hope he remembers that, because it was a lot of fun. I think he was a little shocked, but after that was it. I was like, crap. The whole weekend, I didn't do anything well at all.
Well, as long as you have that one game, at that one moment, that's kind of what matters. It brings you back. It's kind of like golf. You have that one game and you just got to keep playing darts. You have that one shot in golf and you're like, okay, I'll come back. So,
but I've had in tournaments I've made top 16, top 8 a couple times. I have here, which I have a little show and tell for you.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah. No, we love show and tell.
I don't know if you could do that without reflections.
No, I see that.
I won the Masters in 1988. It was
very
fun.
Cool.
So it was New York Masters, actually. Yeah, you
That's
can see the
cool.
reflection of my dartboard and stuff in the background.
No, that's cool.
So that's my prize one, and my other one was just this dart league that I was in, who came in third place on dry dock. But what was cool about it, my mother was on the team, my brother, and my best friend, and a couple other people. But we came in third. You can see the Long Island.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of hard to see if I angle it a little bit.
No, that's cool. So that's a whole family thing. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah. And every other trophy I had, I just tossed. Besides, I did this one time. I had high points in the whole league of Long Island. It's kind of hard to see. I put a black behind it.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. What's
369 points. You got to get a ton of over.
I was at in Vegas the last time they had the Vegas tournament, and Gary Anderson won, and he gave the trophy to someone.
Really?
He was like, I got plenty of these things. He's like, I don't need this one, and
I'm not bringing this home.
Yeah, he's like, I don't feel like traveling with it, and it was like, he's like, yeah, here, have it. I thought it was really funny. He just was like, I don't need any more trophies. Okay.
When I moved in the house here, I brought all my trophies with me, and I just stuck them downstairs. And I go downstairs, and all of a sudden I see all these name tags on the floor. They all came off, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just throwing them out.
Yeah. I've kind of done that with other trophies. I don't have any darts trophies because those I would be showing off. I wear them around my neck. But I have trophies from high school and in college type stuff and other things that I've done throughout the years. And I got to that point where I was just like, okay, I have the memories. That's all I need. And I tossed the trophies. So, but I just thought that was funny. Gary Anderson was just like, meh.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you still have your 2 world, trophies from world championships? I'm like, you won't give one of them. Yeah. I'm like, I'll take that. But
you just don't want to bring it home from the States.
Pretty much. I figured he's like, because it was a pretty decent size, type thing. And he's like, I didn't fit my luggage. I'm out. So, okay.
You should have UPS'd it home or something,
Yeah.
FedEx.
I guess when you have enough of those things, you don't hold on to them, but so what other, so you've been playing steel tip for quite a while. You did some, you played that one soft tip tournament. Did you play any other soft tip, or was that just kind of like a one and done thing until Bullseyes and Brewskis? Can they suck you into it?
They did, yeah. That was it. It was a one and done thing. I'm like, all right. Actually, to be honest, and no offense to any soft tip, the way I thought, I'm like, all right, plastic darts. It's a toy.
Yep.
Big deal. The everything's twice as big. The bulls, the center counts as 50. But then again, I got this grand board, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
You can't give up that fun, You can't call it a plastic, dart.
It's a connection piece. It's a way to connect with people all over the world.
Exactly. you know. So it's a lot of fun, you know.
What about I'm curious your thoughts, because you did a lot of steel tip and you've come from the 70s into now. Are you doing any online stuff steel tip wise, with Dart Connect and playing any leagues that way? Or
I did webcam darts for a couple times, and then I just, I'll do it,
yeah.
I want to do it, but what is, I work and I get up very early in the morning. I get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm not home until 3:30, and you think all day, all right, when I go home, I'm gonna do this, do this, do this, and you get home and you just
I'm done.
You're done.
Exactly.
I don't even practice. I want to practice, but I play Saturdays. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I play.
Well, yeah, I have those weeks where I just don't. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't throw any darts this week, or I've thrown just a couple because I have a dartboard in my office at work, but I'll throw a couple during the week and I'll be like, I didn't practice this week. It's just life is busy.
Right.
But what's your thought on this whole virtual dart and this online dart play from steel tip and soft tip, and how we're seeing leagues be created, and there's the potential for like an actual break off of live play versus virtual play? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I mean, the more darts is out there, no matter what genre it is, whether it's live or over the computer, the better, no matter how you do it,
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I really think there's going to be the two separate situations, and you'll see people fluctuate between the two. But I think we're going to see, professional darts come about that are virtual versus the in-person stuff. Speaking of in-person, I do want to give a shout out to Stephen Bunting for the serious drought that he has had. He won today at the Players Championship.
Oh, nice. I didn't get a chance to watch any.
Dimitri Vandenberg. Yeah, I saw it on. I was like, oh, yeah, darts. I was catching some of it. I didn't get to watch that particular match, but I saw that he won. So I just got to give him a shout out. It's been something like 6 years since he's won. Yeah, that's a ways to go for a world champion to not.
I got a set of his darts.
Yeah,
it's funny when I got back into the steel tip, I just kept buying darts and darts. I got to find one that fits me right, So I got a whole rack. In fact, I made from a spice rack I bought. I got two of these, a dart holder.
Oh, those are cool.
Here, it was like $15. It's a regular spice rack, and I drilled holes equally, and my other one is full of darts. But this is just a little project I had. Something that's a little trick for everybody. You can get it off of Amazon. And you make your own dart holder. And I just kept buying and buying and buying until I found one that felt right. Until I got to buy a set of your B52s in steel tip. Because I love your soft tips. I mean, that's what I use is your soft tips.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I got very patriotic with them, but, and I've always thrown the thin.
Yeah, the speed flights.
Even in steel tip when I had them, they used to be called coal crackers before they were slims.
Yeah. So we call them speed flights in soft tip. So they're supposed to add speed to your throw. I don't know. That's just what they call them. Who knows? So I'm curious, the BiggFoot persona, because like if I pull myself off.
Yeah, you can see everything.
There, and I believe that banner, could that be from the BiggFoot coffee from Black Rifle Coffee Company?
No, not that I know. It says
that looks very familiar.
It might be. I don't know. I just bought it off of I bought it off of Amazon.
Okay.
I've had that for years because people used to call me yo BiggFoot, yo Sasquatch, because I'm 6'5", and I take a size 14 and a half, 15 foot.
Yeah, that's kind of got some bigness there.
I've had that since the 80s.
So you so that's kind of been your nickname, is just this
BiggFoot.
BiggFoot.
Yeah, I grab it and run. Why not?
Nice. Hey, no, I don't blame you at all. I'd totally go with it. So, but and people just never can find you.
No.
Is that the kind of thing? So you have, until today, you have been the best ever at hide and seek.
Oh yeah, I got a shirt that says that.
Yeah. Yeah, we found you because you're on here, so you're not
Yeah,
hiding anymore. So I'm so sorry.
right.
You're not doing that anymore. So that's just kind of a nickname someone gave you, and you just kind of run with it.
I kind of gave it to myself because they called me Bigfoot and they called me Sasquatch, and it's just not in darts. It was everywhere,
Yeah,
You hear me coming,
yeah.
and then you don't
I'm
see me.
around. Yeah. So how's that work out with darts? Because I'm shorter, so I got to show you this. Well, I guess this is a different picture, but this is basically the Sasquatch roast. I'm going to share this real quick because I think this is kind of cool. Where is this? You have to buy some of this. They actually have some pretty good coffee. But this is it right here. You can kind of see it's kind of the same logo.
Oh yeah.
Sorta.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of. But it's the Sasquatch roast there from Black Rifle Coffee Company. But
I'm gonna have to try that.
It's actually pretty good. I like their coffee. I drink a lot of their coffee. But so what's it like being a bigger guy? Because I'm like average 5'8" height, but so you got longer arms, you're taller. I mean, that makes the board kind of closer, doesn't it?
Well, it depends if you lean way over.
Yeah.
But the only advantage I could see is that I'm not shooting up to the 20s. I'm shooting at the 20s, straightforward, just about. And my dart, I don't have an arc. I'm kind of straight. I don't throw hard, but it goes straight. I guess less of a distance. That's probably why I use the speed flights, as you call them.
Yeah.
I don't lean over. A lot of people lean over. I don't. I lean a little bit and I stay straight. And well, who taught me a lot just by watching him. And he's amazing, is Dynamite Dave. I love the guy.
Yes.
He's amazing. And I watched just about all his videos. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I'm doing wrong, And I always donate to his channel and all that stuff, because he's taught me how to shoot darts again, because I had the mindset like, oh crap, I'm not throwing as good as I used to, and then I watched a couple of his videos and then mindset goes, you're not going to throw the way you were. You're not 20 anymore. You're not 23, I'm 61. So I'm going to have extra weight. I'm going to have a little different center of gravity I had. And, and that's it.
Yeah. Dynamite Dave's a good guy. I would think your throw would probably be a lot like RBV. Just he's got that smooth because he's so tall and just that smooth, like he's almost handing the dart off to the dartboard. I would assume that's what your throw's like being, all the tall guys I know kind of throw that way.
Well, if you watch a couple of the B&B ones, you'll see how I throw. But I take the dart in my hand. I hold it. Well, your dart, it's kind of hard with this way. Maybe if I hold it this way, right where your little dimple thing is, and I always have my finger right here, and I take it. I throw in front of me like this. I'm not to the side like RVB is, nice and smooth, But I am, right in front of me, and I don't force it. And I drift sometimes. But
are you are right eye dominant or left eye dominant?
Don't know.
Sure. Don't know.
Probably my right eye. I mean, like I said, I keep it in front of me when I throw, so it's not like that's just how I got throwing again. I wish I had a video of my old throw because that the way I threw was pretty darn good.
Pretty good. It's funny because I am left eye dominant. I'm right-handed.
Right.
I'm left eye dominant.
Like
and
Phil.
I was trying to keep the dart in my vision. And what I learned is if I actually don't, like RVB, I kind of throw off to the side. I'm better because I'm allowing both of my eyes to actually aim for me. And if you watch Phil Taylor, who's left eye dominant, right-handed, he actually draws and he throws off his dominant eye. So I was just curious if you knew which one,
I'm probably right eye. I mean, I don't keep it in front of my eye. I mean, it's like down here. So I do have it's both eyes. Yeah. It's not like I'm aiming.
Okay. Yeah, Gary Anderson literally lines it up right.
Yeah, I know. He's glasses.
Like, yeah, but he's right eye dominant. So
I've tried this way. It's comfortable for me, but I just don't. When I picked them back up, this was natural for me. Even before I watched Dave's, and I tried Dave's way. I'm like, I could see what he's talking about with the TikTok motion. Come and your eyes are clear and you can see. But it's also this way for me, and it's how you want to throw. You don't have to follow somebody's rules. And Dave even said this himself. It's you're comfortable. You throw the way you want. This is just a suggestion, and he's got busted a lot of times. People go, well, what if they're doing that way? I'm like, dude, man, listen to his videos. He tells you.
Yeah. Well,
And
there's a ton of professional darters that throw different ways. It's a comfort level and what you're comfortable and good at. Speaking of, why am I blanking on his name now? Who just won today?
Stephen Bunting.
Stephen Bunting. I mean, he throws a 12 ounce.
I think he went up, but yeah, he was 14 ounce, I think.
Okay, so the last time he was throwing it was 12, so maybe he's come up to a 14. But I mean, still, that's like a feather,
right? That
you're throwing versus a 21 or 23 gram that others are throwing. So, there's different strokes for different folks. But there are still mechanics with it. So, so to get back to some questions, and so BiggFoot's kind of the nickname. You're playing soft tip with the Bullseyes and Brewskis crew. You're doing stuff with Soft Tip Central, and enjoying that, I would assume.
Yeah, those guys are great too.
Yeah, good bunch of guys. So Steel Tip, where you're at, how is it? I mean, you guys are back playing. Are you back doing the bar dart stuff, or just kind of still playing at home?
Yeah, just playing at home. When I get a chance, I hang the board up. The soft tip's been up for a couple times. I have the quick change in the back with the those
puck.
Round thing, the puck.
Yeah, I call it the puck system. Yeah.
I plop the other one up there, and when I get a chance, I throw it. I want to do it in the beginning of the week, so when I get to the weekend with the soft tip, I'm even better.
Yeah.
But I end up only playing on Saturday nights. That's it. I don't. Yeah. I want to practice. I want to get, because I've been beaten a few times. I don't mind losing, but and I've.
Yeah, we all mind losing. Come on, I don't like to lose, but
I've done pretty good against them. The high end ones on there. I beat them also.
Yeah.
And a lot of YouTube channels. I always watch Neil's darts when he's doing it. The great stuff. I watch quite a few YouTube channels with darts. So
there are quite a number that have come about in the last year or so, which is a great thing. Scottish Lad and so forth. There's quite a few people out there. I didn't realize. I don't know if you've watched Scottish Lad, but he came on the scene about a year ago. Just over a year ago. I didn't realize how many videos he had actually put out. And the other day I hadn't watched a couple in a while, and I was just spending some time watching some of his videos and seeing his progression, which has been incredible. But he's done well over 100 videos now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the guy's putting out a ton of videos, which is great, which is just really superb. So
he's a good guy.
We need to get the Sasquatch channel going.
I know. How was they call it the Bigfoot's Canyon or something?
Bigfoot's Canyon. We need to certainly get that happening. You got to talk to Roy and the guys and get your own night. Start playing.
That would be fun.
Be kind of fun.
I've been thinking about it. All
right. Well, hopefully that'll come about. Any thoughts on PDC? Are there players that you go, hey, I really like these guys, or do you watch much PDC? Do you get a chance to?
Yeah, when I get a chance to, a lot of times, as much as I can. I mean, I got to go old school. I like the old guys because I've actually met quite a few of them when they came over. I met Phil Taylor. I met Simon Whitlock. I've met actually Eric Bristow and a couple of other ones. But I like Simon Whitlock.
Yeah.
I like James Wade.
Yeah, well, I love Wadey. I love Wadey. Yeah.
As far as the newer people, it's kind of hard. For some reason, I can't stand what's his name?
Snakebite?
No, I like Peter.
Okay. Gerwin?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I love Gerwin.
I know.
I love Gerwin.
Some people do and stuff. I'm like, all right. I mean, I hear him talk. He's a nice guy when he's done playing darts, but all that actions on stage and all that drive me nuts. I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
I like the bravado. I think it just adds something to the sport. So that's me. I like him. So, any thoughts on Champ Darts? Do you watch any of that or any of any other dart stuff that's kind of been going on? I know Champ Darts is kind of the in-person darts here in the U.S. Larry Butler and a number of the guys play in that particular league.
No.
Okay. So I know they're going to be
I've heard of it.
playing.
Yes.
They're playing in Florida this week, bar any hurricane issues or tropical storm issues. Apparently, there's some stuff happening in Florida right now. But so there's a tournament going on. I think there's one in Texas I know of. There might be two in Texas. They're trying to do one in your area. But
Really?
yeah, so Champ Darts is kind of that. They're kind of like the redheaded stepchild to the PDC here in America, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but they are the step to get to the PDC if you want to here in America at this point in time. So,
I used to be part of the ADO.
Okay. Yes.
So. Speaking of that, I do have another story for you.
Please.
You've heard of Paul Lim, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, that's
maybe.
That's that one guy that like throws darts and he's like 200 years old. Okay, yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Well, he used to be USA first before he moved back to Singapore.
Yes.
And he threw the 9-darter in 1990. Well, before that, I had met him back in, I think it was 1987. He was at a dart tournament. And I played in it. I got knocked out right away. And so I seen this guy playing. He's got USA on his back and stuff. I don't think he was even sponsored yet. So you know what? I really like this. I got to watch how he throws. I loved his throw. I ended up keeping score for him just about every game for the rest of it. And he goes, "Thank you for keeping score. You're so nice." He says, "Wait a minute. Let me give you something." So he reaches and he brings out these darts.
Oh, wow.
And he gave me these set of darts. Now, one was broken. And they don't have the original back points in it. And they're by Unicorn. And they're not his signature series. This was before Unicorn sponsored him. You can't really see it. I put the feathers on there because I don't use them. This is normal here. And one's like cut off on this one, the bottom. If I put them side by side. Oops, there goes that one. If I put them side by side, you can see
Yeah, it's a little short. Yeah.
It broke. So he gave me a broken set of darts. He says, "I was going to throw these out, but here, take these. You might use them one day, fix them and stuff like that." He goes, "Thank you so much for scoring."
Nice.
But if you look at the 1990 video, it's just the same dart with no signature on it or anything, So that's like a treasure to me. That was a cool story.
Those are definitely. You probably have a pretty decent little dart museum type thing going on there.
Somewhat, just a little bit. I got some real old darts. I got the original Black Widows. I got the original set of Hammerheads. I still got my original set of brass darts.
There you go. Hammerheads breaking out that's some old, going USA old school there.
Yeah, the very first ones that came out,
Yeah. So that's Bottleson, which they still make the Hammerhead. It's changed a couple of times. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, and it's way up there. I think when I bought them, they were like $35.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pricing for some barrels, especially the USA stuff, like even like the Black Widows and stuff, which I heard the Black Widows were made elsewhere, but we won't get into that conversation.
No.
But I've heard that the Bottleson stuff. Unfortunately, the pricing is it's a higher pricing point than I think it really needs to be. I think their name has been around for a long time. I think they would have a better market share had they figured out how to do the pricing better. But that's neither here nor there.
And change from a knurl.
Yeah, exactly. I like to call it kerneling, but the knurl. It's pretty much their signature thing. That's one of the things I love about shot darts is just the incredible workmanship that they do in their barrels. Just if you've ever watched their videos, what they're able to do with a lathe, it's amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course the B-52s are manufactured by Shot. So good thing. I'm glad you like those. I'm really glad you like them.
I love them, man. Like I said, I got to get a set of steel.
I only have a few sets left, and I'm debating on doing a reorder and getting the 23 grams. But I send everybody that's on the show a gift normally it's a coffee mug, but I'll shoot you a set of the steel tips.
Oh, you don't have to do that. I'll buy you some here.
Nah, it's fine. I'll do that. Totally do that. So
thanks.
Yeah. So any other interesting things that have happened in your darts career? Any exciting like tidbits or things, or any, like if you were to able to impart onto the darts community, anything you would have to say?
Just don't give up like I did. I gave up darts for 15 years because of dartitis. And it's a horrible disease and stuff like that, but try to stick through it. And just you have to take the fact you have to start over. Don't let that discourage you. That's the worst thing I did. I think if I didn't give up on darts, I would have been a lot better.
Yeah. How did that, so dartitis, like how did you notice that coming on? What was that like? Because I haven't had it, so I'm kind of like curious. Like one day I'm gonna wake up and it's just not gonna work for me anymore. Or
no, you don't want it. It's this. You don't see it coming on. It just happens. You get the dart in your hand, and all of a sudden you can't let go of it. You cannot let go. You could do it if you're blindfolded.
Okay.
You can throw fine lefty, but as soon as you put that dart in your throwing hand, and you go up to throw, it's like, I can't let go of dart. And then you've probably seen videos.
Oh yeah. I've seen people with dartitis. Yeah, I've seen pros that get on stage and literally it's like they can't release the dart, and you're like, what's the deal? You're just throwing darts. But I guess for someone who hasn't had it, but I've talked to a number of people. Yeah.
If you can throw fine blindfolded, it's in your mind. You cover. That's what I found out. I close my eyes or I put a blindfold on and point to a dart, and I'm just like, okay. And you open your eyes, and I'm like, and I was just like, all right, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I just gave up.
Take some time off of it. I wonder. I like to implement different little practice things when I am doing it, or there are times where I'll just be like, okay, I'm going to try this, do that, and I've got all these little things that I've done in just. I love the throw and understanding it, and I literally have a little practice routine that I'll do where I'll close my eyes or blindfold myself to throw the darts just for the feel, to understand the feel, and see, and like when I'm trying to throw at a trip 19, do I feel that properly? Okay, now I'm going to throw at trip 10s just because I'm at a different section of the board and see about the feeling. I wonder if people with dartitis, if they went to throwing blindfolded, essentially, and found the feeling again of the throw, if that would help. I have no idea. It's just a thought. So,
yeah.
But
the way I practice now, and another thing I learned from Dave Llewellyn, Dynamite Dave, is when you're throwing at the board, don't aim at something. Aim at like a triple 20 or whatever you're aiming at, but instead of aiming for it again, aim for that dart.
Yes.
It's a bigger target. It's closer than the number. And if you hit the on top of it, you'll glide right in. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that works for me. I wish I knew that when I was throwing good. It would made a world of difference.
I always believe you aim for the flight.
Right.
If you throw the first dart well, aim for the flight, because again, it's closer. You can see it, and hopefully, unless you're using clear flights and you can't see it. But the object is, okay, I threw one perfectly. Now my mind settles on that back of that flight, and I'm trying to throw at that flight again.
Right.
So even if I'm off a little, there's the potential for me to hit the proper segment. So I've always believed that. I used to throw a dart at the board just randomly, and then I would throw my dart at the flight to try and hit it.
Right.
And practice aiming for the flight versus a particular segment on the board. Now, you got to get the first dart in the right segment, because if you hit the triple ones, you don't want to throw at that flight. I'm just telling people you don't want to do that,
Right.
Just making sure. So, I'm curious, with soft tipping, you're playing on Saturdays and just kind of doing that. Do you feel like you're gravitating over to like soft tip kind of being more of the sport for you, or is like steel tip just in your blood and you're like, That's darts.
Steel tip is in my blood, but they're both darts.
Yeah.
I cannot say what I used to say about plastic darts. I can't say like toy darts. I used to call them. I can't. There's too many good people out there, and it's too much fun.
Yeah.
And the tournaments are huge now.
Yeah.
Huge, amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was when I was playing steel tips. Like I said, there was hardly any like that. Well, like I didn't even know what that was. I know they started. I think they back in the 70s. Believe it or not, I read some history about the soft tip, and they started back then. But they're not big until like what, the past 10 years.
Well, I will say soft tip, it started kind of in the 70s and it got its heyday in the 80s. And darts as a whole in the US, the 80s were kind of the heyday because there was just so much of it. The problem is you started getting these different types of tournaments. And that's where Europe has been able to maintain the financial side of it and gain the money is you play 501. I mean, everything else is a game. 501 is a sport. So here the soft tip started taking place and we had cricket, we had soft tip, and we had team, and we had this. Well, you start spreading your monies around for a tournament. So if you have a tournament that's got, say a $10,000 purse and you got to split it up between 20 different types of things and you got first, second, third, and you're all of a sudden people that were getting a couple $1,000s for winning are now getting $500 or $400. And it's like, okay, so it's just for fun. It doesn't even cover my expenses for the week. I'm playing for fun, and I think that was a bad thing for U.S. darts, and we're seeing that kind of corrected a little bit. You have the companies like Champ Darts and so forth that are like, hey, we're 501, we're long format. This is what you do if you want to become a professional dart player. Everything else is you can be professional in it, and that's fine. But if you want to make a living at darts, you're going to need to go this route. So, yeah, but. I would like to see soft tip gain some massive notoriety in itself. It's huge over in Asia, and you can certainly look at the Soldier. He's been able to create a living off of soft tip darts, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. But that's I think where I think the downside came is when soft tip kind of took over here in the U.S. It splintered the money. So. I don't know if you saw that because you kind of played through it. I wasn't really playing darts back then. I played at home. We played a lot at home, but I wasn't even aware that I could make money at darts. So,
well, I used to make some money at darts, other ways, Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's side bets and other ways that you can make money. So I can think of I can come up with some crazy ways to make a couple bucks. With darts, you put some hollow darts with some drugs in them, something like that. I mean, there's ways to do it. Whatever. So, but BiggFoot, it has been a pleasure to have you on today. I don't know if there's anything else you want to kind of throw out there for anybody else, but I do kind of want to land the plane. I want to be respectful of your time. We are essentially filming this, before the airing date. So, it's midday for you and you probably have some stuff to do. Maybe you go throw some darts, if I let you go. So anything else you want to share? Any tidbits that you have for the darts community?
No, well, I got just some quick things I came up with.
Sure.
If you got an Aki, right, and you don't want to put anything on the floor and stuff like that. And did I just move something? Oh, hold on. Actually, if you buy these big mats, you could buy them for like $34, and you stack 4 of them together. It's exactly 8 feet for your soft tip, and it's 3/4 of an inch. And if you have your steel tip, these come off with little things. You can cut it and make it 7'9" and a quarter, and you can put little side things on here that connect to it, and then you got your 7'9" and a quarter. If you don't want to put anything on your floor, if you're tired of looking down and stepping on your tape, because I don't do that.
Yeah,
I walk on the mat and I stick my foot right against it, and
there
stuff
you go.
like that.
I have the little Velcro because I have the carpet mats. And I have the Velcro Aki that you can get from Grandboard. They actually
I've seen you do that.
They're pretty cool. They actually have a little piece of plastic on the one edge, and so they hold really well when you put your toe against them. The sticky ones, I will tell you guys, if you go get one and it's the sticky back one, whatever you put that to, it is there.
Yeah.
it does not come off. But I like that. But yeah,
Yes,
that's cool.
you just stick your toe right up to that. That's like 3/4 of an inch, and this can go on the side, like I said, and you get 7'9¼ and they stay attached. You just because I know that was a weird thing thrown from 7'9" to 8 foot and still and going from that.
Yeah, I found that interesting that that little bit of distance really does, it adds something to your throw because you're used to throwing a particular way, and when you go back and forth, you kind of have to make a slight adjustment. That little distance means your release so that you're either getting the arc that you want, because the dart arcs some no matter what. I mean, it's never straight because we have a thing called gravity. So there's got to be some slight bit of arc into it. And that little distance really changes your release. And it's pretty significant, surprisingly.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's a cool little thing there. I never even thought about that. I didn't realize that those, would measure out at the right measurement, but that's a good thing. And they're not expensive.
No, like I say, it's actually it's like a 6x6 mat, and you get like 9 tiles, and if you put the 4 together, it's exactly 8 feet. You just obviously you measure from your board.
Yeah, and you get different colors. We used to have them with a wood pattern on them. We put them down on our floor, so they looked like our floor. It was a wood pattern because we have kids, and they like when they were little, we did that instead of on our wood floor. So they weren't falling on wood floors. Speaking of kids, there's one right here. There's one.
Hello.
He's waiting for me to be done. So I guess that's our cue to end this out. Well, Bigfoot, it's been a blast to have you on today. I really appreciate you jumping on, giving us some history of darts, hanging out with us. So
I just want to give a couple of shout outs, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, please, shout outs and tell people where they can find you.
Well, they can find me on B&B on Saturday nights, right here.
There we go. Some Bullseyes and Brewskis.
Bullseyes and Brewskis Saturday night. Check them guys out. They're a lot of fun. Definitely check out Dynamite Dave. He's loads of knowledge, and his teaching are true. And don't forget to check out you, Matt, at Atomic Darts all the time. Then you got Soft Tip USA with Justin Sanderson on Twitter. He's just about on every night.
Yes.
And don't forget about Daniel Booth and Soft Tip Central UK. He's on. Neil's Darts. Check him out. His reviews are great, along with Scottish Lad, Kieran. Yes. And then you got, Love Darts, Mark. These are the ones I watch, and Matthew Egger. He's fun.
Yeah.
That's about it, And, hello to all my friends out there that I've met and all that.
Well, thank you very much for the shout outs. And yeah, guys, if someone wanted to play with you on the grand board, is it Bigfoot?
Yeah, it's Bigfoot. Right. Bigfoot Shaber with 1 F, not 2. Like on my, they wouldn't allow me to have the 1 because, it's exclusive to Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. So check out Bigfoot Shaber on the grand board and play Bigfoot. Hang out, become a friend. But, sir, I appreciate you being on here and hanging out.
Invite me.
Yeah, I really, really do. It's been fun. I love talking with people just about darts, and so it's always a blast and a lot of fun. So thank you for being on.
Thank you, Mark.
All right. Have a wonderful day. And just hold on 1 second. I'm going to end the broadcast, and then
sure.
All right. Thanks. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for hanging in there. I meant to cut that end piece off when I did a slight edit on it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It was great to meet Bigfoot. He has come out of hiding. Of course, he's playing darts like any great mythological person would do is play darts, because that's what we do, right? Us mythological folks. So, hey guys, again, thank you so much for hanging in today with this. It was a great interview. Really like Bigfoot there. Can't wait to hopefully meet him in person at some point and play. He's got a lot of other stories of darts throughout the ages because he's been playing for quite a while there. And good shout out to Dynamite Dave, who really, guys, if you're looking to up your game and understand, it's definitely a channel worth checking out. Did want to let you guys know something. So myself and Mark Taggart we're going to be doing the opening intros for Champ Darts this weekend. So we're filming one tomorrow. That's for Friday, I think. And then Saturday morning, we're getting up super early, and we're going to be filming that. And then Sunday morning, I was supposed to be going to Florida, but due to some family stuff, just wasn't able to do that, dealing with some stuff kid-wise. And so I wasn't able to go to this particular tournament. Hopefully going to be able to make the next one and be doing some commentating there. But you'll still get to see my beautiful face if you happen to watch that. And guess what? All of Europe gets to get introduced to myself. So that's going to be fun. But what I really want to tell you guys, something I found out in our meeting last night, is this weekend. So a real good reason to watch this weekend is we're basically, because of World Cup play and when it happens and when the tournaments are happening for Champ Darts, because we send 2 players from the U.S., we're basically, one of the guys is going to have enough points based off the 2019 schedule and so forth to be one of the members of the U.S. team for the World Cup. Now, I don't know if they're going to be playing with Danny Baggish. That's a question I have. I need to get answered. I don't know if Danny's just automatically slotted in there. I'm not sure. So you could know who our team is that's going to World Cup this weekend if you're watching Champ Darts. So that'll be good. Again, thank you everybody for catching today's episode. Look forward to next week's episode. I'm going to try and grab someone else to get in here and do an interview with. And we are getting close to that 100th episode, which I'm supposed to do something special and fun with. I just haven't figured it out. So if you guys have ideas, throw them my way. Maybe we just do a big live, we'll get 80 people on here or whatever, and we'll just all talk darts. Maybe we do something like that. So thanks again, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy it. Enjoy it if you're doing some summer stuff. And I will see you guys this next Sunday. We've got Soft Tip Central USA. We've got some darts there. So if you want to watch that out, I know Bullseyes and Brewskis plays that live. And if you want to check that out, or if you're a part of that, maybe I get to play you this weekend and you can stomp me, because I don't know how much practice I'm going to get in this week. Kind of pulling that off these days. All right, guys. Thanks again. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.